Normanstein. The class that you're taking today is Integrative Wellness, Tuesday, July the 7th, 2020. The time is just a minute or so past 3 p.m. All right, whenever you're ready, guys, let's begin in Child's Pose. So as you find your way into Child's Pose, just let your breath become long and slow here. So I will be joining you guys as well. And as you guys start in Child's Pose, relax your head all the way down to the mat, close your eyes, and just let the breath be long and slow here. So what a wonderful day to practice. Oftentimes as we come into our practice, it's a great opportunity for us to recapture, to reshare this moment, this present moment of joy and happiness. So when we find ourselves and we take this position, which is now a position where we're on our forehead and we're releasing our hands down to the sides of our body, just begin to feel your hips releasing back towards the heels and allowing that breath to be long and slow here. And very good. And as you feel ready here, you'll take your hands and you'll bring your hands in front of your chest and you'll inhale. You'll come up into what we call tabletop pose. And a few times here, inhale, peeling the chest on up. And as you exhale, rounding across the spine here. Very good. Inhale, peeling your chest on up. Very nice. Exhale, rounding deeply into that spine. One more time. Inhale, peeling the chest on up. Exhale, rounding into the spine. If you'd like to take a downward facing dog pose, please press down through the hands and the feet. Float the thighs on back and find your way into downward facing dog pose. Release that head all the way down to the mat and breathe here. Allow that breath to be long and slow here as you continue to breathe. Welcome, Jonathan. Happy to have you in our practice as well. Nice, long, connective community as we've started to build here in this practice. As you feel ready, walking those hands back to the feet and coming into a forward fold here. Release that head all the way down to the mat. Right thumb in the left elbow crease, left thumb in the right elbow crease. And just continue to breathe here as you release the forearms all the way down to the mat. As you breathe here, take your hands to your hips. Inhale, peel your chest on up. Find your way to standing. Let's find our way to the top of our mat. So as we begin today's practice, I'd like to invite you to this idea of interconnectedness through gratitude, through sharing, through harmony. So we're going to begin to move through a little bit of flow here, but very gentle flow. And I'd like you to continue to come back to your body. So a great way to do that is just to move forwards and backwards on the feet here. You're just rocking those feet forwards and backwards. If you'd like to join me and just waving the hands forwards and backwards, you can do so. And as you feel ready, inhale, raise those arms all the way up and above your head. And on an exhale here, hands come through the center chest. Release the hands all the way down. With gravity, release the head on down. As you take your hands to the shins, inhale, peel that chest on up. Lengthen through the sternum, the chest, the heart. On an exhale here, release the trunk of the body on down. And breathe here as you release that head all the way down to the mat. Good. Take your hands to the low back. Press down through the feet. Inhale, draw that chest on up. Raise the fingers up towards the ceiling. Interlace the fingers here. Take the palms all the way up and just begin to sway here. We did this yesterday. This idea of swaying, maybe your hands at the top of a palm tree and you feel that wind gently blowing you from side to side. Very nice. Just moving that body very naturally here. And then as you exhale, glide those hands back down to the sides. Palms face the front of the room. Just begin to feel that breath. That chest is open. That heart is expansive here. Now raise the arms up towards the ceiling once again. Lift the fingers all the way up, and on an exhale, hinge and fold once again. Take the hands down and release the head on down. Cross the forearms once again, so bringing your thumbs into opposite elbow creases and just begin to sway the body gently to the left and back to center and to the right and back to center, and release those hands on down to the earth. You'll walk the feet on back, and as you breathe here, just release that head on down. Breathing here, pressing through those fingers, releasing that head on down, and just letting that breath be long and slow. We're back in downward facing dog pose. We're going to release the knees on down to the mat. And then I'm going to invite you to just kind of gently sway the hips from side to side. Swaying the hips from side to side, just moving with the breath, moving with the body, and then forwards and backwards here. So coming into a cat pose. And as you inhale, pulling forward into a cow pose. As you exhale, rounding into a cat pose. And as you inhale, peeling the chest up into a cow. As you exhale, cat pose. And once again, inhaling into a cow. Take your hands and come onto your fingertips this time. And as you press down through your fingertips, inhale, drawing the chest on up. As you breathe here, scoot those hips right and left a few times. And as you exhale, rounding across the spine. Now take your forearms down to the mat. And as you take your forearms down to the mat, we've done this many times, just begin to release your left leg back behind you and just let the head come down towards the earth. Long, nice deep stretch along the left side of the body. As you continue to breathe here, press down through the fingers, release that head on down, and just to feel into this aspect as you move forwards and backwards on that left leg this time. Forwards and backwards a few times here. Very good. You'll release that left knee on down. You'll take the right leg on back. And again, you'll begin to play with pressing and releasing and pressing and releasing here. So as we move forwards and backwards on this leg, just continue to move naturally here. Moving with your breath and your body. And releasing that knee on down. As you take your hands down to the mat, inhale, peel that chest on up. Raise up through the chest, the heart, the sternum, and as you exhale, round deeply into the spine here. So, what I'd like to do in today's practice, usually we start out with some movement. And today, in the beginning of class, I'd like to start out with some of these longer stretches, and then as we progress through our class, we'll come back to the standing sequence as well. So start with just taking your right leg in towards your left thigh crease and bring your right knee on top of a block. Maybe you have a strap here. Maybe you have a strap that you could place around your left foot. And as you continue to breathe here, release the head on down towards that block. And just start to move the head from right to left here, so gently swaying the body. Obviously, as you know, in yoga, we usually take static movement, meaning that we don't move too much in our pose. But in this class, it's okay to just move a little bit more. Maybe you're moving the chest, maybe you're moving the shoulders, and you may find a particular stretch that resonates with you. So maybe if you fold forward, you'll feel that, or maybe if you lift the chest up, you'll feel that better. And just breathe here a few breaths as you continue to rock the head from side to side. Wonderful, my yogi friends. And as you feel ready here, extending your right leg on forward and taking your left knee to a bent position. And once again, as you take the left or right leg rather back into a bent position, just begin to breathe here, moving and swaying the body from side to side. So feel free to move very naturally here. You can move forwards, you can move backwards. Just let that movement be natural for you. And eventually, you're going to walk those fingers on forward and just continue to breathe here. You'll release that head on down. Breathe into the backs of those shoulders, if you will. Let those eyes close. Let the breath be absorbed with the body, with the sensations. Just noticing here this ability to release and relax deeply. Good, and then as you feel ready here, you'll take your other leg, you'll bring it into this strap as once again, and inhale, lift the chest on up. As you exhale, just start to move that body around very gently. If you have a strap, this is very doable. If you don't have a strap, you could just hold on to your shins and just start to move that body around in circles here. And then moving the body into opposite circles, just feeling into that breath, knowing that we're massaging all of the different organs of the body as we do so. And then as you exhale, eventually begin to lengthen here and release those hands on down. And just breathe into those legs. Close the eyes. Let the breath be long and slow here. Let the body relax as you breathe into the backs of the shoulders. Wonderful, my friends. So let us remove that strap here. Once again, we're going to find our way onto our hands and our knees again. So hands and your knees this time. And as you feel ready, doing a simple thread the needle twist. Right arm comes underneath the left side of the body. Left arm floats on top of the leg, and then just breathing here as you allow yourself to release on down. Continuing to breathe as you continue to release here. Eyes are closed, breath is long and slow, and just continue to breathe as you relax here. Very good. Eventually, you just begin to soften the eyes, face, and chest. This is called thread the needle stretch. Great stretch of the body, great stretch for the breath, allowing those shoulders to open up, releasing that left palm on down. Inhale, floating on up. We're going to take the other side of the pose. Taking the left arm this time, scooping it underneath, taking the right arm, placing it behind you, and breathing here. And lengthening across through the chest, the heart, the sternum. Allowing that breath to be with you, allowing the eyes to be soft, allowing the breath to be long and slow here. Wonderful, my yogi friends. Just let your body relax here. We take this thread the needle stretch as a relaxation pose. It's really intended for us to just find a little bit of relaxation here. And then as you feel ready, you'll take your right hand on down. You'll press on down. Inhale, lift on up. Press those legs on down. Downward facing dog pose. Walk the feet forward towards the hands. Find your way into a forward fold here. Release that head on down. And again, take your hands to the hips. Inhale, lift the chest on up. Find your way into standing. And as you find your way into standing, just start to sway your body from side to side. So this is a great opportunity for us to really just tap into our body. You can let your legs kind of revolve as if you're being held down by some type of magnetic force, and it's just grounding you down to the earth as you move these knees around, like you're stirring a pot with your hips, with your pelvis, and then moving those hips in the opposite direction, feeling the body kind of gliding around, moving around, stretching out through those hips. Inhale, floating those arms up towards the ceiling, interlacing the fingers here. And again, just gliding those hands around above your head. And as you feel this, you're just stretching out through those arms and stretching out through the body here. So this is, once again, like our arms are a tree, and we just begin to glide those fingers around here. And as you exhale, glide those fingers on down towards the mat. Hands come to the shins. Inhale, peel that chest on up. On an exhale, hinge and fold here. Release the head on down. Breathe here. Interlacing the forearms this time. Releasing that head on down. And just start to sway. Swaying with the hips. Swaying with the body. Now take the hands to the low back. Inhale, peel up the chest. And just move those hips around in circles once again. Moving your hips around, breathing here, feeling into this sense of connectedness through your breath. Inhale, floating the right arm up and above your head. Exhale, drawing that right palm on down. Inhale, floating the left palm up and above your head. Exhale, floating that left hand on down. And then just alternating here, lifting up and exhale, drawing on down. Inhale, lifting up and exhale, drawing on down. So as you move your hips from side to side, once again, just beginning to feel into this aspects of connectedness. Draw the arms out and away. Exhale, bring the hands forward and towards. Inhale, drawing the arms back and away. Exhale, bringing the hands forward and towards. Inhale, drawing that chest open and heart. Exhale, gliding away. Very good. Bringing the hands to the top of the head and just start to sway those hips from side to side. Right elbow tilts on down, back to center. Left elbow tilts on down, back to center. Right elbow again, back to center. Left elbow again, back to center. And then just turn the chest from side to side, turning it to the right, turning it to the left, turning it to the right. Wonderful, my friends, and turning it to the left. As you come back to center, inhale, raising this cup up towards the ceiling, filling the cup up. As you exhale, gliding all the energy all the way down to the feet. As you inhale, lifting up and reaching those hands all the way to the ceiling here. As you exhale, gliding those hands through center. releasing the body weight of energy all the way down to the mat. As you inhale, gliding those hands on up, lifting those palms all the way up towards the ceiling, and as you exhale, gliding all the way down, back down to the floor. And just start to sway here, swaying with the wind, gracefully, freely swaying. So we've done this before. You're going to lift up your hands on a diagonal here and raise up the palm and exhale, bring it on down, and raise up the palm and exhale, bring it on down. So these are called lateral stretches. We take these lateral stretches of the body here, stretching out the body, stretching out the legs. So as you feel ready here, kind of making fists with the hands and bend those knees, good. Inhale, just floating the chest forward and drawing it back. And drawing it backwards, and inhale, raising those arms up as you do so. So bend those knees, bend those knees, bend those knees. Let those knees come forward, just look down, and then as you inhale, bringing those hands back to the sides. We're going to do that again. So bending those knees, bending those knees, bending those knees. Just let your pelvis lean on forward, breathe here, and then exhale, letting the hands come back down to the sides. Inhale, bending those knees, bending those knees, bending those knees, raising the arms on up, raising up. Exhale, bringing those hands to the sides. So now, float your arms out to the sides and just start to sway the arms out from side to side. So imagine you're holding a giant cup of your favorite soup inside of your hands, and you're just swaying your arms back and forth, rockabye baby on the treetop. Just letting your arms sway here. And then from here, swaying forward and swaying back. So this is lateral stretches once again. And swaying forward here. And swaying back. And up. And again, back to the side. Yes. And back on up. So we do these lateral stretches really to provide some mobility within our body. So really incorporating this movement here, this longevity of the body. You know, as we move, we're kind of releasing any of that tension, and we come into this nice little bouncing stretch as we've done this before. So lean on down towards the earth, just bounce the knees, bounce the arms, just breathe here. And then from here, just begin to move those hips side to side again, swaying on here. So this is one of my favorite poses. I know we do it quite frequently. And you just start to sway out the foot. I love this pose where you just sway out the foot to the side. So sway out the foot to the side, come back to center. That's it, and shift right and left, and then sway out the foot to the side, and then come back to center. And look, my legs are almost like a jellyfish, if you could see that. Sway out to the side, lift those arms up, and then come back to center. And your hips just kind of glow like a jellyfish. And then your hips go out to the other side and back to center. And then just start to sway here. I love that motion because that swaying is freeing us up of anything that we're holding on to for today. As you bring that right foot forward, bend into that right knee and draw that right hand back. Come back to center again. And then sway a few times through those hips. We're going to go to the other side. So taking that left foot out, pressing those hands on forward, drawing the hands on back, and swaying back to center. As many of you know, these are some Tai Chi practices. We're moving a little bit quicker. So if you want to slow it on down, try that. It feels so good. And then as you feel ready, right foot steps forward, pushing away and drawing on back. And driving back to center here. Move those hands from side to side. And then pushing away and driving on back and back to center again. And just start to sway those hips from side to side. Yes, my wonderful yogis. All right. And from here, one more time, we're going to come into this nice long forward fold. Fold down, everybody. Fold down to the computer. Release the head all the way down to the floor. Yes, we will do some pigeon pose today. That's a great suggestion, Jonathan. As you feel ready, releasing that head all the way down to the floor. Make a trunk with your arms and just start to sway your arms from side to side here. So this is a great low back stretch as well. It helps us to really incorporate the low back and the shoulders here. Yes, wonderful. Yogis moving from side to side. And then from here, just kind of bounce. We've done this before. Bounce up and down. Add a light bend to those knees so the knees are protected here. And then just release the head all the way down to the mat. All the way down to the mat. Just shake out that head. neck, and shoulders. Inhale, peeling on up and lifting the chest. So take your hands to the back of the head. Inhale, open up those arms. And just start to sway from side to side once again. So a lot of our practice today is about moving and just allowing the body to kind of move a little bit more naturally. Some of my park days, when I used to teach in the outdoor classes in the park, we did a lot more movement-based practice. We were just kind of free-forming it. And I sometimes like to come back to those practices because I realized that when we move freely and organically, we're able to reconnect and reattune ourselves with our breath and our body. So you can alternate the knees, if you will, just moving the knees from side to side. Wonderful, my friends. And then as you feel ready, glide those hands on down. So squeeze the fingers into a gentle fist and exhale, open on up. And squeeze the fingers into a gentle fist and open on up. And squeezing those fingers into a gentle fist and opening on up. And squeezing those fingers into a gentle fist and opening on up. Wonderful, my friends. Interlace those fingers behind the back. Pull the fingers over towards your right hip and just let your head release over to the right. Yes, you could move your hips right and left like me, or you could just keep them straight. Wonderful, my friends. And then bringing the hips over, bringing the hands over to the other side, and moving the head over to the other side. My wonderful yogis, the spiritual travelers, the light beings. As you exhale, coming back to center. So we're going to take a tree pose here. So you're more than welcome to take tree pose in the center of the room if you'd like. If you'd like to take it at a wall, please feel free to do so. You can take your right hand to the wall and see that your right foot is pressing down to the floor. Draw the left knee to a bent position and then see that the left knee is facing it at a diagonal. Take that left knee, glide it on up, place the left foot right into the right thigh crease. Breathe here as you continue to lift up through the chest, heart, and sternum. Maybe here you walk the hands up the wall. You could walk the hands up the wall and use your right hand to hold onto the wall. You could also turn the right hand into the center of the room and lift your left arm up. Look up towards the fingers and then look straight forward. Perfect, my wonderful friends. And then as you exhale here, let's bring that right hand all the way down the wall. Good, and then just release the right hand to the right hip. Step that foot into the center of the room. Let's move into the other side. Ready? Left hand comes to the wall. Bend into that right knee. Spin that right heel on in. As you feel ready here, right knee lifts. Right foot comes into the left thigh crease. And then left hand is at the wall. Right hand to center. Left fingers walk up the wall. Breathe here. Walk the left hand up the wall. Take the right hand into the center of the room. Lift through the chest, the heart, the sternum here. See that that left thigh moves into the right foot. Lifting on up, breathing in here. And as you feel ready, you'll take your right hand back to center. You'll take your left hand, you'll walk it down the wall. And you'll release on down. So that's a really nice kind of tree pose. I got a nice shirt somebody gave to me, Root to Rise. They sent this shirt to me. So I like that idea of rooting down through the earth to rise up. And you can see this little figure is in tree pose. So as you feel ready, just start to glide from side to side and really let go of that energy. Just be like, shoo, let that energy go. Move over to the other side and shoo, let that energy go. So sometimes when we make noises with our practice, we can really let our body go. So move those fingers around and then move over to the next finger. And then inhale, opening up and moving over to the next finger. Nice, guys. And opening on up and moving over to the next finger. So this is also a meditation, if you will. It's called japa meditation or repetition. So as you move from finger to finger, just let your breath move naturally. And you can notice I'm kind of moving like in this very, it's almost like like a circular way. It's like a circular way. So you move in this way and you can kind of just let that head just move naturally and let go here. And then we've done this before. You're just going to kind of tap on the belly here. Just let good circulation, good light, good energy resonate through the body. Say yes. Say here I am, resonating to the world. And then take your hands and place them over your head and just begin to tap, tap. Good, and then as you feel ready here, tap those hands on top of the head. Tap those hands right over the face muscles. You could tap the face. You could tap those face. Perfect. Just continuing to tap here, tapping those facial muscles and just releasing. Guys, we hold so much tension in our face. Why? Just because we're not aware of it, you know? All of us do it. We hold this tension in the chin, in the mouth. You could hold onto your cheeks and just go, and kind of get a little bit playful with the practice. It's fine to get a little bit playful every now and then. That's it. And then pulling the ears down. Imagine you could stretch out your ears all the way down to the floor and all the way out to the sides and all the way up to the ceiling. So I don't know if you guys have ever done any acupressure work or acupuncture work, but there's a lot of meridians in these ears. And when we begin to hold on to them and we massage them, we're actually stimulating the nervous system throughout the body. If you go inside your ears, there's even more nerves in there, and they connect to the organs of the body. So you can kind of just press into that, feel into that, and just pull. Don't stick your fingers in your ears, but just kind of move your hands around those ears. And then from here, you're going to bring your hands to your shoulders and just start to make this circular motion in the body. So circling those arms around, and then moving in reverse circles here. Guys, feel free to make some sounds in your practice as long as you're not going to disturb the people who are in the other room or people that are next to you. You're fine. Just begin to move naturally and just go, just let it all go. You can kind of shake that body, let that body just move. You could shake those legs. You could shake those arms. And then from here, release the hands all the way down to the earth. Make this nice little cup for the hands and just start to sway the body from side to side here. Swaying your body, swaying your legs from side to side. Just release your head on down and breathe here. Allowing that breath to be long and slow. Just start to kind of move up and down a couple of times. Then from here, just like that tapping sensation, could you tap your back? Place the reverse sides of your hands on the back and just tap that low back. Tap it, because that's going to release tension in the back muscles as well. Remember, circulation is good for our body. Tap those hips. Tap that booty. Just tap it with your hands. Make those hands hit the booty. Make the fists hit the booty, and that's going to help too. Tap down those legs. We do that again. Tap up those legs. Nice. Once again, inner legs, tapping down. Inner legs, tapping up. Yes. All right, so as we go, guys, here, we're going to take our hands above our head again and make these nice little cup right here above the head and just start to sway like that palm tree once again. So our bodies should be a lot more relaxed now than when we first started the practice, ideally. Should feel a little bit more relaxed in your practice as well. That's it. All right, my friends. And then from here, let's find our way onto our backs. And we're going to release our head on down. So we're going to take our practice onto the ground for a minute. I got a good meditation practice for us today. So as you feel ready, hug that right knee into the chest and just start to roll your head. Start to roll your head from side to side. Excellent, yogis. And you can bring your knees away, and you can bring your knees towards each other, and bringing your knees away, and bringing your knees towards each other. And then alternate, just switching those legs, bringing the left knee out, and bringing the left knee back in, bringing the left knee out. Yes, my friends, and bringing that left knee back in. We're going to take hold of the right knee this time. Extend that left leg all the way forward at the front of your mat and just hold on to that right knee. Can you breathe here? Breathe into the back of that right leg. Breathe into those eyes. Breathe into the chest. Let the breath move throughout the body here. Allow yourself to resonate with this breath. Do not deny yourself of the breath. Let yourself be connected, intertwined with that breath. This time, drawing the right knee over the left side of the body slightly here. and just beginning to breathe here. So as you do this, you're stretching across the body here and breathing. Excellent, my friends. And then you're going to draw the left knee into a bent position. Extend that right leg on forward. And then do the same here. Let that left knee move towards the right side of the room. And breathing on here. Let the body relax here. Let that breath relax as well. You can move the head from side to side here. Wonderful, my yogi friends. And as you feel ready here, draw the knees back into center. Hug your knees into your chest. As you hug the knees into the chest here, just start to move those feet around. Move those feet around. Take your toes. Grab hold of your feet. Lift the heels up towards the ceiling here. Just begin to rock the body from side to side. Rocking the body here. Feeling the feet, lifting those legs on up. Yes, and then just bringing the feet on down. That's a good stretch for the back muscles. So you could just lift your legs above your head any amount. And then exhale, bringing them on down here. Good. Hold on to the feet. If you can't hold on to the feet, hold on to your shins, hold on to your knees. And just start to move your body, move your head right and left. From here, release those feet down on the earth and begin to take your arms out to your sides. Glide those feet over to one side. If you have a block, place a block in between your legs. Release the legs on towards each other and turn the head to the other side. Breathe here as you do so. Maybe take your hands, place them behind the back of the head. And just continue to breathe here. Good, my wonderful yogis. As you feel ready here, take those knees back to center. Glide those knees over to the other side. Release the head on down. Keep the hands behind the back of your head. And just breathe here. Breathe into the head, breathe into the neck, breathe into the shoulders. Good, my friends. So as you feel ready here, come back to center. Now if you have a block, we're going to take our backs onto a block for a moment. And you're just going to release here. You're going to take the knees and kind of knock knee them, meaning that the knees are going to revolve towards one another. And you're just going to breathe here. You could take the right knee into the chest here. Left foot is on the ground and breathe into this stretch. I love this stretch. The pelvis is elevated. The right foot begins to lift up towards the ceiling. You can take your hands behind the back of that right leg. Lift it on up and breathe here. This is called Ardha Viparita Karani, which is one leg, half leg up the wall. Breathing here into this stretch. Great stretch for the body. Great stretch for the legs. Good for the nervous system as well. Bending that right knee again, release that right foot on down. Hug your left knee into the chest. Take your hands around the back of your left leg. Extend your left leg up towards the ceiling. Breathe in here, into that left foot. Breathing on in here, allowing yourself to be with your breath. I love when you extend one leg up towards the ceiling. This is a great way to restore the body, to release any tension within the body. And then exhale, lower that leg on down. Okay, guys, so I'm going to give you an option right now. You can, if you have yourself on a block, you could bend both knees and lift both legs up towards the ceiling. If this isn't happening for you today, that's fine. What I would recommend doing is taking your legs right next to the wall and taking both your legs up the wall, just like I have them right now.
See how my legs are extended up? Bring your legs to a wall and just take your legs up like this. Close your eyes. So this is called legs up the wall pose. Common name is Viparita Karani. As you hold this pose, just breathe here. I love this pose because this pose, it revitalizes our entire nervous system. And if you get tired of having your legs lifted up on top of a block, find your way to a wall, extend your legs up the wall. We have some time. We're going to be here for a couple of minutes, so please do that. Rest those eyes. Rest the face muscles. And continue to feel into the breath. As you continue to feel into the breath, you can reincorporate the hand positions. Thumb touches the forefinger, thumb releases to the forefinger. Thumb touches the middle, thumb releases. Thumb touches the ring, thumb releases. Thumb touches the pinky, thumb releases. And then just move in the opposite direction. Thumb touches, thumb releases. Thumb touches, thumb releases. Thumb touches, thumb releases. Thumb touches, thumb releases. So you could continue to be here with the legs on the block, or you could take your legs up the wall. I recommend legs up the wall. Legs up the wall is like one of the best variations. So we take this pose if we are just tired. And when I say tired, I don't mean like, you had a long day or whatever. Well, you could take it for that reason. But I just mean like you take your legs up, rest for a moment, take an opportunity to just relax, Take an opportunity to just relax. Continue to move your hands in these positions. And thumbs touches the ring finger and release. So whatever finger you're on, thumb touches the pinky and release. And continue to breathe here. And then you'll incorporate the entire fist. You'll make the whole fist. Now make sure that you flex those toes. You can kind of move the toes back and forth, forwards and backwards, side to side here. When we take the legs up, once again, we're cleansing the blood flow of the legs. You can begin to circle the hands and just alternate pressing and releasing the toes. You could do that if you want. Amazing. And then as you feel ready, bring those knees to a bend and release those feet all the way down on your mat. So take your hips, release them all the way down. And if you're on the wall, just release your legs on down. Meet us back in the center of the room. And take your legs over to one side here. Belly is open, chest is open, breathe here. And we're going to take the other side of this stretch. So taking your legs to the other side, scoot over. Let those hips release on down. And breathe here. I love to interlace the hands above my head as well. You could do that if you want. And as you find yourself ready, find your way back to center. Take the left knee into the chest, take the left foot, place it over the right thigh. Take your hands around the back of that right thigh and just hold here. Hold and breathe. Breathe into that leg. Wonderful, my yogi friends. Let's take the other leg in and we'll do the same. So the left leg comes on top of the right, then you hug the legs in and you breathe here. Wonderful, yes, that's it. So this is similar to Pigeon's Pose. We're going to be taking Pigeon's Pose today as well. So let's release that left foot on down. Again, take the arms up over the head, press down through the feet. Inhale, lift the pelvis on up. Exhale, lower that pelvis on down. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, press down through the fingers, shoulders, and feet. Lift the pelvis up. Exhale, lower that pelvis on down. One more time, my yogi friends. Inhale, drawing that pelvis on up. Just start to sway here. swaying from side to side, swaying the body. As you exhale, lower that pelvis on down. Just move those hips. Move the head. Yeah, so that's it. We're going to roll onto our side and we're going to prepare ourselves to come back onto our hands and our knees. So as you come onto your hands and your knees once again, just move the head side to side. I'd like you to come down onto your forearms once again and release that head on down. And just close the eyes here and breathe. You could scoot the hips right and left if you want. You could extend one leg back if you want, right leg back. Excellent. And then draw that right knee down, and then left knee back, left leg back. And draw that left leg on down. And then as you feel ready here, press down through the hands. Inhale, peel up the chest, come back to center. Take your hands to blocks. Place blocks on either side of your hands. If you don't have blocks, it's okay. Just place your hands on either side of your leg. Step the right leg on forward. Breathe here for a moment. If you want more, just begin to walk your right leg forward in front of you and release that head down. You could keep a light bend on that right knee. This is a great stretch for the calf, the outer hip, and just breathe here. You can shake out that head. Shake it out. Shake it out. Yeah, shake it out. And then from here, bring that right knee to a bend. Take the left foot forward. Left heel extends on forward. Breathing here. Release that head on down. Amazing, my friends. Left knee bends. And then from here, you'll take your hands. You'll press back into downward facing dog pose. And this is how we prepare for pigeon. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your left knee, bring it to a bend. You're going to bring your left knee towards your left wrist. Then you're going to release your right knee on down. And you're going to take this block right next to your left hip, and you're going to place it right under the left buttocks. That's it. Then from here, you're going to walk the hands down. If you have a second block, you can place that block right underneath your head. Oh my God, that's amazing. And if you need to lower your block, just lower your block a setting. You could lower your block down to the medium setting. You could lower your block all the way down. You could just come down onto the floor and breathe here. This is called Pigeon Pose. Yes. As we take the Pigeon Pose, just release that head on down. Close those eyes. And breathe here. See that left hip is releasing down. See that right foot is releasing down. Breathe into the body here. Graceful in our Pigeon Pose. Yes, my wonderful friends. And then as you feel ready from Pigeon Pose, you're going to inhale, lift on up. We're going to lift the chest on up. And then we're going to press on back, downward facing dog. We're going to take pigeon on the other side. Take that left knee forward. Take a right knee forward, rather. Take the block right behind the right hip. And then as you step the foot back, left foot back, you're going to come into Pigeon Pose. Again, you could take a block. You could place it right under the head here. And release that head on down. Close the eyes here and just release. This is a great way for us to just relax and release our bodies into the here and the now. And once again, pressing your way on up, tucking the toes underneath.
floating the other leg back, finding your way back into downward facing dog pose. Downward facing dog pose. Let's lower the knees down onto the mat. We're going to scoot our hips forward once again, and we're going to bring our feet together and our knees apart. Supta Pada Gunasana. So you'll release the head down, maybe on a blanket. You'll take your blocks, you'll place them to either side of you, and you'll release that head on down and just breathe here. This is called Supta Padagustasana, supported bound angle pose. Release the head on down here as you breathe. Close the eyes. See that your breath is relaxed. See that your body is relaxed here. And breathing into the here and the now. Let's take our hands, place our hands over the eyes. So we're going to do a little bit of a Reiki practice now. So please feel free to join us for Reiki. At any point, you can extend your legs forward of your hands. If you want to set an intention, bring your hands to the center chest, set an intention. Could be for good energy, it could be for wisdom, could be for monetary, for physical, for whatever it is, whatever is good for you. And then from here, bring your hands and cover your eyes. And just let your hands rest over your eyes. And breathing into those eyes. We say here, just for today, may let go of anger. Just for today, may I let go of anger. Hands are over the eyes. Breath is long and slow here. And you're breathing as you cover those hands over the eyes. Place the hands on top of the head. And just release here. And then place the hands behind the head. You can place one hand on top, one hand behind. You can place both hands behind. Just for today, may I let go of worry. These are the Reiki precepts, by the way. Letting go of anger and worry. And as you breathe here, just relax. The whole goal of this Reiki practice is really for us to relax. When you place the hands over the head, you just close the eyes and you breathe here. You're not supposed to do anything, not right now. You know, this is a relaxation sequence. And whenever you're ready, place the hands over the throat. This is the fourth position, rather. Fourth position, Reiki, hands over the throat. Just for today, may I relax fully. You know, and I often find when I take these Reiki positions that I am able to relax more. There's just something about it. There's something about the placement of the hands.
there's something about the eyes, there's something about the way that we're able to release. So please, I invite for you to release a little bit more deeply. And placing the hands over the chest, and we do the same. Hands are over the chest. Just close the eyes and release here. You may find that one part of your body resonates to you more. It's okay to place your hands there as well. But usually we place our hands over each specific part of the body. Now with the legs, take the legs and fully extend the legs forward. Because when we hold the legs in Supta Baddha Cone for a long time, we may begin to just feel like the legs, start to feel uncomfortable. So taking the legs forward is often a good idea here. And placing the hands over the belly this time. Hands come over the belly and just release here. So as we place our hands over each of these positions, just starting to see, maybe inviting, just for today, may I be happy. This affirmation is just for today. May I be authentic. May I be my authentic self. And if you feel relaxed here, chances are it's that concept, it's that practice of Reiki here. Reiki helps to soothe and relax the body, to soothe and relax the mind. Place the hands over the belly. Just start to move the toes around from side to side. You can place the hands over the pelvis as well. Just move those toes around. Kind of wiggle those toes, wiggle those toes. Let blood circulate back into the feet. Place your hands over the thighs. Just continue to move those toes. You can wiggle the hands if you want. Take the arms over the head. Interlace the fingers. Bring the knees into a bend and roll your body over onto your side. Roll over onto your side here, all the way onto your side. Be here for the moment. And eventually press your way on up. Find your way into a simple cross-legged position. Let's reclose our eyes here as we find our way back into our breath. So when we work with Reiki, we use these concepts, which is just for today, may I let go of anger, may I let go of worry, may I be grateful, may I be authentic, and may I be kind. So if that is helpful for you as you bring your hands to the center chest, maybe listening, feeling that affirmation as you exhale, releasing the chin towards the chest. And then, as you feel ready here, just begin to lift your head up and softly open your eyes. Namaste, yogis. Thank you guys so much. So, thank you guys. I hope that you guys enjoyed the practice. Excellent. Happy to know Jonathan. Very happy. So, yes, we got this really nice practice going on. Our next class is going to be Wednesday, July the 8th, so tomorrow at 3 p.m. Guys, please
feel free to like the page, to hit thumbs up on the video, or a like or a heart button on the video. Also, if you guys feel like Venmoing, always grateful for the Venmos. And yes, guys, please feel free to share the practice. As I shared last time, I have a little comment section, so please feel free to comment as well. Oh, thank you for those thumbs up and the hearts and everything. Thank you, guys. Appreciate all those, all of that. So I thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Jonathan, thank you so much. I really hope you have a wonderful afternoon. And also for Gail as well. Guys, as I usually share with you all, be well, be happy, my friends, and namaste. I want to see you guys soon, so I'll hope to see you guys tomorrow. Namaste, guys.